You have to attack life at 100 miles an hour. There's no need to just be cruising through life, trying to figure things out. You have to attack it with a head full of steam. And I'm really talking to the young men out there, or maybe even the middle-aged men that you probably just realize that, hey, my life isn't going the way it needs to go. I want to let you guys know, if you're not going 100 miles an hour, you're moving too slow. We have to really think about this. If we have a destination that we want to achieve, if we know that, hey, I'm at point A and I'm trying to get to point B and I haven't gotten there yet, don't you think if you go as fast as possible, you can get there the quickest way possible? See, a lot of people want success overnight. That's fine, that's dandy, but most likely success overnight isn't sustainable. But imagine if instead of trying to get success overnight, you said, you know what, I want success as fast as possible. There's a quick difference. There's a huge difference between success as fast as possible and success overnight. Because typically success overnight isn't possible. But as fast as possible means how fast are you gonna go? Now, if you guys do attack at 100 miles an hour, you're gonna hit it. Now, what do I mean by attacking life 100 miles an hour? Obviously, we're not in a car driving in life, but you have to think of it as an analogy, all right? I always think of vehicles, all right, and road maps and destinations. This is just how I've been able to achieve a lot of things in life. So let's say you're in a position where you want to make more money, you want to get in better shape, you want to be more in tune with the Lord, maybe you want to get a girl, you want to be top dog, you want to be alpha, all right? So in order to get to that destination, you need the proper vehicle for starters, and then you need a vehicle that can go fast enough to get you there, all right? So let's talk about money, making money, all right? The end goal is you want to make maybe six figures. I don't know. You might want to make six figures in a year. You might want to make six figures a month. You might want to make six figures in a week. It all depends on your goals, your aspirations, your level of intelligence, your level to apply, execute, and actually have success. If we know that that is our end goal, make sure you're in the correct vehicle, all right? So what could be a correct financial vehicle that could get you to six figures? Well, you're gonna have to sell six figures worth of something, whether that's a product, a service, your expertise, your mindset, whatever it might be, you can do that. I give you guys a prime example. All right, I make six figures every single month. The way that I do this is across multiple streams of income. I have real estate properties on Airbnb, I have vehicles on Turo, I have a foreclosure assistance business, I have a consulting company, and I own the men's luxury spa, and I do YouTube. All right, so that's my financial vehicle. That allows me to hit six figures. I have some friends that hit six figures. One friend, he does epoxy. He does floors, epoxy floors. Another friend, he does wholesale land. All right. I have another friend, he has an AI company. There's so many ways to make money. You have to figure out that vehicle. Once you know that vehicle, now we need to fuel it. All right. Because, you know, cars, vehicles, they need fuel to get to a destination. Well, in order for us to go in that vehicle 100 miles an hour, we need some gas. We need some fuel. What is that? That's your motivation. That's your discipline. That's waking up every day knowing, hey, I'm going to execute today. I'm going to do exactly what I need to do. I'm going to starve my distractions. All right. So imagine this. You know, oil and water don't mix. All right. So that means success and distractions don't mix. Your fuel is going to be locked in. Your fuel is not going to be, hey, I'm locked in 3 days out of the week, but on the weekends, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I bullshit, and on Tuesdays, I'm tired. Like, no, that's not what it is. You're not letting girls distract you. You're not letting friends distract you. You're not letting family members bring you down with their lost mindset. You're going to attack life 100 miles an hour once you realize that, hey, I have the correct vehicle. Now I'm locked in. Now I'm locked in. I'm locked in 100. I'm attacking life 100 miles an hour. Now I can do it because I got the vehicle, I got the fuel. Now I can put the pedal to the metal and I can attack life with a head full of steam. See, a lot of you guys are thinking like, oh yeah, I hear you. I want to be locked in, or you know, I want to have success. I want to do so many different things in life, but you're not really taking the time to really plan this out and execute. All right, you guys just have all these random thoughts flying around everywhere, but you don't take the time to say, how can I actually get there? What's necessary? And then put the pedal to the metal and attack life with a head full of steam. I'll give you guys another example. I remember I was doing Uber, I was doing Turo, I was walking dogs, I had a security job at night, 10 to 6. I said, okay, what's my end goal? All right, I want to be a millionaire. That's my end destination. Financial vehicle, how can I get there? I ain't gonna lie, sometimes you might have to start off in a Camry, in a Prius, in a Honda, in a Ford before you get to a Rari, all right? So I started off, I said, all right, well, let me execute, let me think about this. Well, right now, I don't have, any capabilities to just have a huge high earning job. Well, what can I do in the meantime to make sure that I'm making at least a rack a week? Well, I was doing Uber, I was doing DoorDash, I was doing security job. I did all of that to make sure that I had enough to cover my bills plus extra money to invest. So your vehicle might change, all right? So that was my first vehicle, but I had the fuel. It don't matter what vehicle I'm in, I had that fuel. I knew motivation, discipline, and starve distractions, all right? So once I did that, I'm like, okay, boom. Now I got the financial advising job. Now I got properties on Airbnb. Now I'm doing surplus funds. Now I'm investing and things are just stacking and stacking. Now we go trade in that Ford Fusion to a Porsche 911 GT3. Now when you go 100 miles an hour in a Porsche, you're getting there a lot faster than going 100 miles an hour in a Toyota Camry. All right, so the thing is, you have the end goal, destination, you have your fuel. Your fuel is going to match any vehicle that you want to get into. You might start off in a lower car, but once you get in that big car, I'm telling you guys, you got to attack life 100 miles an hour. And the faster you realize that you're behind in life, the faster you can go 100 miles an hour. See, there's people who want to hit an end goal, right? But they're just cruising through life and they honestly never make it because their time runs out. Their time runs out, guys. They end up 40 years old saying, damn, I wish I would have just attacked life a little bit harder. They end up looking back like, damn, I was bullshitting, I was procrastinating. They listen to the lies, people telling them, oh, in your 20s, you got all this time to figure it out. But those who realize that they're behind, prime example, I tell you guys, I still consider myself behind in life. I don't care how many millions I've made. I don't care how many companies I started. Until I have my end goal achieved, I'm still behind. So in order for me to get there, I want to go 100 miles an hour so I can get there before my time runs out. The whole thing is, you guys got to understand, you have to attack life 100 miles an hour. You can't bullshit life. You can't go and just cruise like everybody else. It's a matrix for a reason. Life is designed for you to succeed, but society has made it so that you could be mediocre. The thing is, you're meant to be kings. You're meant to live a great life. Everybody is entitled to that, but not everybody has the ability to bring it out because not everybody's ready to put in the hard work. So I'm telling you guys, once you start understanding, hey, if I start attacking life with a head full of steam, if I start going 100 miles an hour, if I starve distractions, because that's going to fuel my vehicle, and the vehicle is going to change along the way, guys. Like I said, you might start off in a position where you don't have as much money, where you're not, doing all the things that you want to do, but you can upgrade your car, you can upgrade your vehicle, you can swap it out, I'm telling you, but your fuel is always going to be the same. The thing is, you got to have that premium fuel. That's that motivation inside. That's starving distractions. That's staying locked in. Banging out your MEAs, money earning activities. Every day I know exactly what I got to do. I'm going to write it out, I'm going to plot, I'm going to plan, and I'm going to execute. It's as simple as that. And if you attack 100 miles an hour, you're going to get there before the time runs out. I'm telling you, stop listening to these other people that are sitting up there telling you got all the time in the world to figure it out. Don't worry, don't stress. No, it isn't worrying and stressing. It's understanding that I don't have all the time in the world, that I need to go 100 miles an hour in order for me to hit the level that I need to hit. I mean, seriously, guys, I'm out here right now in Cyprus, which is a beautiful island off of Turkey and Greece. And I'm out here for a week. And I'm out here just making content, living life, still banging things out. Went to the gym this morning, wrote down everything that I needed to do, started executing. Did I say, oh, hey, I'm tired? Last night I flew right in, straight into meetings. I did an 11-hour flight, straight into meetings. That's because I want to attack life 100 miles an hour. I don't have time to stop and relax and pull over to the side of the road and just chill. No, I have to get it by any means. I have to go 100 miles an hour. So I'm telling you guys, if I'm motivated, if I'm locked in like that, and you aren't in the position that I'm in, you got to go even faster. You got to go even harder. Because think about it. You got a guy like me that's going 100 miles an hour, that's achieved many things, and I think I'm behind. So imagine how you should feel. You got to attack life. I'm telling you, if you don't attack life, you're going to watch somebody else who's attacking it. It's very simple. You either live the life that you want to live, or you help somebody else live the life that they want to live. I mean, think about it. If you're working a job that you don't like, if you're not an entrepreneur, if you're not a boss, if you're not a business owner, You're working for somebody else. And that person that you're working for is making money off of you. I'm telling you guys, 100 miles an hour. Believe in yourself. I believe in you, you should too.